everyone, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Kate and I'm a professional makeup artist based in England. Today I'm going to show you how I did this Vampy Ombre lip. So it's really easy, you only need like 2 lip liners and a lipstick of your choice. You can do this with any colour combination. So if you'd like to see how I did this, please keep watching. That was very enthusiastic. Okay, let's go. So I'm thinking of doing like a vampy red sort of vibes. I'm going to go in with my Jolie Beauty Eternal Lip Liners in the shade Willow and Noir. So Willow is this really nice sort of like neutral deep brown. And then Noir is a black shade. And do you know what? It's so hard to find a black lip liner. I've always used eyeliners, but since this came about, I haven't stopped using it. I'm just firstly going to start off by taking Willow and we're going to line all around the lips and then start blending in the inner corners. Forewarning, I like to overdraw quite a lot, so please don't be alarmed. So I'm just gonna start from the centre and then just follow the shape. And a tip, if you're gonna overline your lips, make sure the volume is more in the centre of the lip and not at the sides, because that's when it can kind of just make your mouth look bigger and not your lips look fuller, if that makes sense. Then you can do what you want with your Cupid's bow. Some people like to round it off, some people like to emphasise it. I've done both, but I'm in kind of like the middle, so it's not super pointed, but you can definitely see the shape. So now that I'm happy with my lip line, instead of holding the pencil on its point, I'm going to turn it so it's on its side. Start using all of this surface area of the pencil to start feathering that colour into the centre of the lip. And this is going to give you a smoother application rather than a very like precise fine line. So colouring it in from the corners into the middle. This is a Pink Freak, like a pencil shader brush. So making sure that's really blended in. And I haven't really brought any product into the centre of my lip, but it's kind of just faded in. The reason that I do lip liner all over them obviously is acting as a base for the lipstick, but it not only does that, it also just makes sure that you don't have like really harsh lines in between the colours, because we want this to be really nice and blended and to be an ombre, not to have like colour. You want it to kind of all seamlessly blend and gradually get from lighter to darker, darker to lighter. So you can just do an ombre with 1 lip liner and 1 lipstick. So I'm going to show you that option first. So we're going to go in with the Melt Cosmetics Ultra Matte Lipstick. This is from the Bailey Sarian Fatally Yours 2 collection. It's the shade Julia. So what we're going to do is just apply this into the centre of the lip. Going right over the top of where the liner is, blending that in. I'm kind of like stamping as well. Now this is a very matte lipstick. You can do this with something that's more satiny, or you can even do it with a gloss if you want to. So what I'm going to do now is just take my finger and just blend out those edges to make sure the red blends seamlessly into the brown. And you can see already that's giving a really nice subtle ombre. If you want to go back in and re-intensify with the liner, you can do. So I'm just going to take that Willow liner again and just bring it in from the sides. So now I'm happy with that. You could leave it here, but what I'm going to do is take it one step further. So this is when we're going to go in with the shade Noir, which is the black shade. And I'm just going to start building up from the outer corner again and then bringing it in. So kind of what we did with the brown, but we're just not going to bring it as far. So it's going to go from black to brown to red. So start in the corners. You can see how that's just going to start to really intensify the lip line. And it's up to you whether you want to bring it all the way across or you want to just leave it in the outer corners. Today I'm going to just leave it in the outer corner. We're just going to take the brush again and just kind of like blend that all in. And the beauty with this is you can just keep going back and forth until you're happy with how everything's looking. You can also do this with like any colour basically, This is one of my favourite ways to do it. I like red, but I love more of like a vampy red, and I like dimension in the lip. It's not very often that I go for one solid flat colour. This is also a really easy way to make your lips look fuller, because we're creating the dimension by having the darker shade at the outside and the lighter in the middle, so it gives that illusion of a more plump, voluminous lip. It's almost like contouring for your lips. It's the same way as we contour our cheekbones, or how we add lighter and darker colours on our eyes to create different shapes, to create depth and dimension. So it's all the same thing really, but I just feel like people don't think about it as much when it comes to lips, but you can literally do it with anything. So the final tip that I have, which is something that I always do when I do my own makeup or when I do makeup on clients as well, is to clean up the lip line with a bit of skin tone concealer or your foundation, whatever is closest to your skin tone. If you use a brighter concealer, avoid using that because you don't want to end up with like a ring around your mouth. I'm going to take this really small brush, it's from Beauty Bay, and I'm just going to take a little bit of concealer on the brush, get any excess off the back of my hand because you don't want loads and loads of product. So what we're going to do is just very gently clean and sharpen up the lip line. Again, you want like a minimal amount of product for this. But this is how you can really finesse your lipstick and give you that really crisp, sharp, fierce lip. And I just feel like that final step makes a huge difference in the overall finish of your makeup. It looks a lot more polished, and I think if you've got a bold lip, it's got to look good. So yeah, this is what it looks like. Again, you could do this with any colour combination that you wanted to. If you wanted to take this again one step further, you could go with an even lighter shade in the middle, or maybe even a tiny bit of gloss, whatever tickles your fancy. I'm just going to zoom in so you can see everything up close. This is what it all looks like. This is everything all done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. I hope that you guys try this if you haven't already. Like, I really encourage you to do so. It's such a fun way to like amp up your makeup a little bit. If you decide to do it, please let me know. Please let me know what your chosen colour combo is in the comments. And also, if you take any pictures, please tag me on Instagram because I'd love to see. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Hit the bell notification so you know when I've posted, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!